Stock exchanges, a two-word phrase which changes the whole economic strength of a country. The stock exchanges, a two words which are having hundreds of people inside. Stock exchange, the two words which will account for 15 marks in CA final examinations in paper number 4 and almost the total 100 marks paper in paper number 2, strategic financial management. What's so powerful about these two words, a stock and an exchange? Let us try to understand this in regard to the law. Point number 1. Often at the prime time news, we used to hear about two very important words, oftenly heard. One will be the Bombay Stock Exchange and second one will be the National Stock Exchange. We used to hear many technical terms inside like stockbrokers, sub-brokers, Sensex, Nifty, depository participants, mutual funds, debt securities, equity shares, preference shares, and many more. Do you know all these things are heavily regulated by the Indian securities market? The word securities market will have many things inside. It includes stock exchanges, it includes participants, intermediaries, underwriters, listed companies, many things are there inside. It's a whole world in itself. It's a different world in itself. And for the limited purposes of CA final examinations, from that securities laws, 3 chapters were applied for the examinations. Number 1, Securities Contracts Regulation Act 1956. The second one, Securities and Exchange Board of India 1992. And third one, the Securities Exchange Board of India LODR Regulations 2015. There are many more other things that are there inside the securities market. But for the limited purposes of our examination, only some areas are applied for examinations, and those areas will account for 12 to 15 marks in CA final examination and the total 100 marks for the paper number 2, strategic financial management. What's so great about this? And do you know, these Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange is heavily regulated by the SEBI guidelines. Do you know the stockbrokers are regulated? Do you know the sub-brokers, depositories, underwriters, listed companies, and debt securities market, everything is strictly regulated by the securities market? And how they are regulated? There is one very important act doing all these things, and that's called as the Securities Contracts Regulation Act 1956, the topic that we are going to discuss about in the today's session. And this is CA Kaushik Mukesh. Welcome to the channel Kaushik's Pathshala. The today's topic for us will be the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. So let us move on to the main story. Before we start with the chapter called as Securities Contract Regulation Act, let us have a brief glance over the history of how the stock markets have emerged in India and how it was evolved, and what is the evolution of the securities markets in India. This is a chart which helps you to understand. I have a handwritten notes that I have written in the class directly. These handwritten notes will be projected to you now. So if you want to see the events that are happened, you can pause the video and look at it. And how I got this, I will tell you just in a while. So let's try to understand how the securities markets have evolved, removing all the unnecessary things in our discussion. I don't want to waste time in discussing about unnecessary matters, how the Indian stock market has started. All these things I don't want to discuss. Only event based some important things that happened in the Indian securities market I want to cover in our lecture. Okay, let's enter into the concept. Number 1, 1855, trade happened under the banyan tree. Okay, trade used to happen under a banyan tree because 1855 means only British incorporated companies are there, like East India Company, etc. Certain basic companies which are incorporated by the British are there in India, which issued the stocks to the Indian persons. They just want to get the liquidity back by selling the stocks. Therefore, they used to come to a common place in Mumbai, a banyan tree, which is there in Dalal Street. Below that, under that banyan tree, they used to trade on the stocks. And the first trade below the banyan tree happened in the year 1855. There are 6 stockbrokers in India by the year 1855, recognized by the then British government has recognized 6 stockbrokers. These stockbrokers used to trade on behalf of many other investors in India, and many other means at that point of time technically there are handful and counting numbers below 100 traders in India. No, not the traders, actually the investors in India. At that time to trade, there must be a broker or a registrar or not. There are 6 stockbrokers at that time by the year 1855. And this banyan tree is there in Mumbai. Under that particular tree, two people used to sit and start trading. I want to sell it for 10 paisa, I want to sell it for 1 paisa, I want to sell it for anas. Like that, they use it to trade among themselves and they use it to complete their trade. And this is a Bombay town hall. The Bombay town hall is very popular in Mumbai. At that place, they use it to trade. It was the first recorded trade in India. 1860. That means over a span of 5 years. Over a span of 5 years, 6 stockbrokers have increased to 60 stockbrokers. 1865. There is a need for, government has found that, the then British government found that there is a need for rules and regulations because these stockbrokers are working unethically. Therefore, they have prepared their own private set of rules and regulations in the year 1865. 1874. Proper place of trade. That means they have adopted the Dalal Street to be the proper place to trade on the stocks. 1875. July 9th. Most important event has happened in the history of Indian stock markets. What is that event? Establishment of NSBA. What is NSBA? Native Stock Brokers, Native Stock and Share Brokers Association. What is this? This is the pre-evolved, that means this is a prequel to the Bombay Stock Exchange. Basically, Bombay Stock Exchange, once upon a time, it is called as a Native Stock and Share Brokers Association. So, it was the promoter of this NSBA used to be Premchand Roychand. Being a promoter of this particular NSBA, they started a trade in India. So one thing is, the Bombay Stock Exchange once upon a time is called as a Native Stock and Share Brokers Association. So the promoter being the Premchand Roychand. This happened on July 9th, 1875. February 2nd, 1921. The Clearing House of Bombay Stock Exchange has been formed. Inside Bombay Stock Exchange, there is a clearing house. What is a clearing house? We will be discussing in our chapter called as CRA. So, on February 2nd, 1921, clearing house of a Bombay Stock Exchange has been formed. Do you know what is a clearing house for Bombay Stock Exchange today? Indian Clearing Corporation Limited, ICCL. It was incorporated in the year 2007. Today, okay, the clearing corporation for the Bombay Stock Exchange and the clearing corporation for the National Stock Exchange is called once upon a time as National Stock Clearing Corporation Limited. That was now renamed as National Stock Exchange Clearing Limited, NSC Clearing Limited. Once upon a time, National Stock Clearing Corporation Limited. The name has changed now. It's 100% subsidiaries of both the respective BSE and NSE stock exchanges. Many people who didn't understand what I said now will be understanding all these things in section number 80A, clearing corporation concept. Whatever we discuss today will be applicable for our examination. So with some importance, listen to the concept. 1921 February 2nd, another event happened. Clearing House for Bombay Stock Exchange has been established. 1925, this NSBA has become a company limited by shares with a name called as BSE Limited. 1956, one very important act has evolved in India called as the Companies Act 1956. Between these two events, 1921 and 1956, one very important act has come to India in the year 1945 with the name called as Controller of Capital Issues. Controller of Capital Issues. What SEBI is doing today, once upon a time it was done by an act called as COCI, Controller of Capital Issues. So 56 Companies Act has come. 1978, another very important event has happened in India. Base year fixed with 100 points on Bombay Stock Exchange. 1978, base index has been formed for India, which will be starting at 100 points. What you are seeing, 31,000, 35,000, 38,000, 40,000 points on Bombay Stock Exchange. Once upon a time, it started with 100 points on a day being 1978. base year for the Bombay Stock Exchange has formed for that year. 1980, name place, one very important point, 1980, this place has become the official trading place. Many people might have heard a name called as Dalal Street. What is the name of this building? This name of the building is Dalal. Name of the building is Dalal Building. Like this, you should not think. Dalal is the name of a street, not the name of the building. This building is called as PJ Towers. It was named as a tribute to one of the India's popular stockbroker with a name called as Ferozji Jamshedji Jijibhoi. Okay, you can also web search about him. This was all information available on the official BSE website itself. I will show you in a while. Okay, this is not a story created by me. You can directly see in the BSE website itself. They have given the history and events happened. There are almost 1000 events happened. I have articulated only just another 10 or 12 important events that I want to tell to the students. Okay, so 1980, a place was established with the official building called as PJ Towers as a token of gratitude towards one of the popular stockbroker in India with the name Feroz Jamshedji Jijibhoi. And 1986, 30 companies formed BSE. 1986 April 1st, Sensex closed at 549 points. That means 1978 it started with 100 points. By the year 1986 it has ended up with 549 points. Now you need to understand one very important point. Why in the year 1978 base year was fixed? Why not previously? 1978 prior only, one model in financial management has come out which is called as capital asset pricing model and Sharpe's single index model, which you will be looking at that in the strategic financial management in paper number 2. That model has been developed at the time that has formed out the concept called as an index. In portfolio theories and asset pricing models in paper number 2 strategic financial management, we used to look at certain series of models. A waterfall approach will be formed. That means first model started with Markowitz basic model, which will be modified to form the utility theories and utility curves, which will be remodified to form a capital allocation line, which will be modified further to form a capital allocation line extended with borrowings inside. Capital allocation line extended has formed out to, and it is transformed into capital market line. Capital market line further to form a beta concept. It has submerged into the formula and it has formed a capital asset pricing model. And there is a different altogether model called as a Sharpe's single index model. All these things have emerged recently, very recently in that 1978. With the advent of that concept, 1978 India has got applied with the concept of index. So that's how it has started. That's why till 1978 there is no concept called as a point counting in India. 1978, first time 100 points the BSE has started, which has ended up with 549 points by the year 1986. Next issue, 1986 1995, in between most important aspects and events happened. First one is 1988 COCI, which is formed already. This act has been deleted totally in the year 1988. Why it got deleted? That's a very important question. SEBI has formed 1988. Many people will get it out. Sir, I have seen many times SEBI Act 1992. When SEBI has formed? 1988. When SEBI Act has come? 1992. When SEBI has formed? 1988. Sir, your answer is very much confusing. The establishment of SEBI happened in the year 1988. The act governing SEBI has come 4 years after. 1988, this SEBI act has come into, SEBI establishment has come into force, and the act has evolved in the year 1992 because of an initiative taken by, always I used to tell, India's most eminent and popular Prime Minister, Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao. Because of his initiative, an act has been formed for the established statutory body called as SEBI. So SEBI formed in 1988, an act to regulate that act, an act to regulate the stockbrokers has come in the year 1988, 1992 with the name called as SEBI Act, which is there in our syllabus. When we come to SEBI Act, I will be discussing in depth about how it actually works. So 1988, COC had deleted, SEBI established, SEBI Act came in the year 1992. Today, BSE is the world's fastest stock exchange. Do you know or not? And it was not just a statement made. This was an official admitted point by the Bombay Stock Exchange in its website itself. It was said that the transactions in Bombay Stock Exchange will be crystallized in 6 microseconds. How many seconds? 6 microseconds. What is a microsecond? 1 by millionth part of a second is called as a microsecond. 6 microseconds will be taken in order to crystallize the transaction on the stock market. Do you know the supercomputers will be valued to thousands of crores? So why we are sending satellites very often? One of the reason is to establish a direct connection with artificial satellites for online trading. Bombay Stock Exchange has its own artificial satellite launched onto the Earth's orbit, and that will be called as Bolt. Bombay Stock Exchange online trading portal is called as a Bolt, in world's fastest stock exchange, and we should be proud enough to admit that India is having one stock exchange which is world's fastest. 6 microseconds a transaction will be crystallized. That means refresh rate is 6 microseconds. Price rate refresh will be happen in 6 microseconds. So one of the world's fastest stock exchange. And this is the event that happened in the year 1995, March 14th. 2006, the concept of corporatization and demutualization came. 2009, ICDR regulations came. 2015, SEBI LODR regulations have been amended. 2018, SEBI ICDR regulations which are framed in 2009 has been amended, not applicable for examinations for our goodness. And 2020 CA final examinations we are going to write. This is a brief history of how the stock exchanges have evolved in India. So, first one, how the stock exchange actually works is one very important question that we need to understand before we start. Whenever I use it to ask any person about what is a stock exchange, every person will come with an answer. Everyone will have an answer with them. A stock exchange is a place where shares get traded. Do you know, beyond shares, there are hundreds of different instruments which are traded on a stock market, not just an equity share. There are mutual funds, there are derivatives, there are currencies, there are interest rates. Many things are getting traded on a stock exchange. But we stick on to a proper assumption that stock exchange means shares will get traded. Not only shares, there are many instruments that are getting traded on a stock exchange. Stock exchange is not a buyer or a seller. Stock exchange is a mediation. Stock exchange is a pass-through. Stock exchange is a regulatory authority. So how it actually works will not just get completed in one day. It will be running towards hundreds of days if you take a financial management as a subject. But as of now, we are going to deal with the law governing those stock exchanges. Do you know there is a law that governs all these stock exchanges, and that law is called as Securities Contracts Regulation Act, and that's the topic for today. So I just don't want to cover this concept on a vague point. Whenever I used to ask about stock exchange on anyone, generally they will tell that stock exchange is a place where we will trade on shares, debentures and other mutual funds, etc, etc, they will tell. But do you know how the stock exchange actually works? When you go inside, many people, since it is not a live session, I can't directly interact with you, interpersonal communication may be absent, but still, whoever are listening to this video, whoever is seeing this video, having access to this video, make a question on yourself. Do you have a demat account? Yes, many people will tell that yes, I have a demat account, I will trade on stock market. How many of you are trading just on the basis of a sentiment? So I didn't understand what is this sentiment all about. Sentiment means whenever I use it to purchase a share, why you purchase the share of Reliance India? Because my brother is working in Reliance India, therefore I purchase the stock. Or why you purchase Reliance stock? One of the person inside, one of the person who is a neighbor to me, he made profits out of Reliance India. That's why I invested. He will invest. Prices will suddenly shoot up and it will also come down in the same way. He will be shocked. Why I'm getting profits and losses? Because you are not doing enough research on the stock market. Before going into that, and we are not at all concerned about that in this subject, just to have a proper introduction I am going there. But the idea behind our subject is how various participants inside the stock market are regulated, are governed by two important chapters. One is SCRA, another one is SEBI Act. SCRA means Securities Contracts Regulation Act. Sir, when Securities Contract Regulation Act is there already, why SEBI? Securities Contracts Regulation Act governs stock exchanges. Okay, stock exchanges. SEBI governs everything. SEBI governs capital markets in whole. But SCRA governs only stock exchanges. Name itself, Securities Contracts Regulation Act. What are regulated? Security contracts are regulated. Where you will enter into contracts with the securities, stock exchange. That means SCRA governs stock exchanges. SEBI governs the total capital markets, including stock markets and the participants inside. What is governed by SCRA is not again governed by SEBI. What is not governed by SCRA is governed by SEBI. SEBI Act, I mean. Whenever I use the word SEBI, SEBI Act. Okay. So let us start with the concept. Stock exchange. Stock exchange will be having two important houses. Sorry. Stock exchange will be having two important houses inside. First one, let us understand there are two important stock exchanges in India. One is a Bombay Stock Exchange, another one is a National Stock Exchange. Bombay Stock Exchange will be having two houses inside. One is a booking house, another one is a clearing house. And even for NSE, there is a booking house, there is a clearing house. What is this booking house? What is this clearing house? Before going into that, what stock exchange will do and how our stock transfers will happen. So let's first try to understand that and again come back to this example. See here, I have a small pictorial representation to make you understand the idea behind the stock markets in India. See here. First one, come with the sequence. Properly listen to the concept. Point number one. There is a buyer. Buyer gives a buy order. To whom? To his stockbroker. One thing to understand, buyer cannot directly access to the stock market. Sorry. This is not the correct arrow mark. Buyer cannot directly get the access to the stock exchange. No, he cannot get an access directly. And the seller also will not get an access directly to the stock market. This also does not happen. Then through whom I should go? I should go through a stockbroker. Okay, I should go through a stockbroker. Stockbroker is a licensed member of a stock exchange. How they are, we will be looking after in the next session. Okay, so buyer is there. Buyer gives which order? Buyer gives sell order. Buyer gives a buy order, obviously. So buyer gives a buy order to his stockbroker. Let us say this buyer will be one person called as K. I am Kaushik Mukesh and I am a buyer. I am a buyer from Hyderabad. Okay, there is a seller. This seller is in Delhi. I am in Hyderabad. So buyer is in Hyderabad, seller is in Delhi. Hyderabad buyer will go directly by taking a flight to Delhi and purchase the shares. Physically, it is not available. Now all the shares are through electronic form. Then how to trade? I will open a Demat account. Which account? Demat account. Go to a Demat account opening entity. Okay. SBI Cap Securities, Kotak Securities, Axis Capital, Edelweiss, many companies are there, hundreds, Zerodha, Sher Khan, Motilal Oswal, many areas are there where we are having access to. That means stock exchanges will be linked to these type of intermediaries. We can't directly trade on ourselves. We should go through intermediaries. So therefore, try to understand clearly. I am in Hyderabad, another person is in Delhi. One person should match both of us and that person standing in between is called as a stock exchange. So I don't have direct access. I will go through a stockbroker. Okay. Now listen carefully to the transaction. I just want to continue the flow. So please get connected properly. I am a buyer in Hyderabad. I will give a buy quotation to my stockbroker. Okay. I will open account with Motilal Oswal. Okay. Now the buyer gives a buy order to the Motilal Oswal and seller will give a sell order to Zerodha. Okay, he opened his Demat account in Zerodha. He will give a sell order. Now, both these buy orders and sell orders, both these buy orders and sell orders will be reaching whom? A stockbroker. Whom? A stockbroker. Stockbroker will be having his own trading platform. I will stop here for a while to make you understand certain practical aspects inside. So just keep watching the concept. See here. So one thing you need to understand, who is a stockbroker? I think you can see the list I have given here. Just it's an online website only. Don't see the ranks, etc. I'm not a mediator or a franchisee person to any of these. I'm not advertising these, just to make you understand. These are all various stockbrokers that are available in India. Zerodha, Angel Broking, IIFL, Motilal Oswal, Sharekhan, Upstocks, ICICI Direct, Edelweiss, HDFC, 5 Paisa. All these things are various stockbrokers. With these people, you can open an account. These people will have connections with the National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange. Whenever you give a buy, they will take the buy quotation to the stock exchange. I think everyone understands this. So, whenever you give a buy or sell quotations, they will take. Now my question will start. I am from Hyderabad, as already said. I am from Hyderabad. As already said in the discussion, I am from Hyderabad. A person is in Delhi. I give a buy click. It will received by whom? I opened an account with Motilal Oswal, as already said. In Motilal Oswal, who will receive? Mr. X will receive or Mr. Y will receive? We don't know who will receive. Your quotation of a buy, your quotation of a sell is received by an online trading platform that is called as additional trading floor. Generally, traditionally, how the stock exchange used to work almost 50-60 years back, I am from Hyderabad. I will give a buy quotation to you, Mr. A. Mr. A will be the floor representative. He will go to Bombay, take a placard on behalf of Mr. Kaushik Mukesh. I am selling, I am buying the share, TCS 20 rupees, TCS 30 rupees, TCS 50 rupees. Like that, he will be shouting and announcing. Other party will also come. That party and this party will match both the transactions and crystallize it. Money will be transferred in another 5 to 10 days through bank account. It will be literally a labor work that is going on, which will be running into 10 and 15 days. But today, everything is happening online. That online trading platform, the person with whom you opened a transaction account called as a demat account is called as a stockbroker. And the electronic trading platform, what we are using today, the software, the interface, when you open your laptop and open your account, that means, for example, see here, for example, I can explain you this way. I will open SBI Cap Securities. If you can see here, SBI Cap Securities, I have a demat account with this. So just to try to understand, login, trade login. So here, customer login, that means a client code, password and PAN number. Sorry, client code, password and PAN number. Once you type all these three and credentials and enter into the site, you will be getting an access to all the trading numbers. That means you should understand this is electronic or physical. I am now going to Delhi, or I am going to Mr. A and giving a transaction, or I am doing it online. Online, we are doing all these things. This online trading, generally, traditionally, stock exchanges means this trading used to get effected at which place? Originally at the Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. That means, see here, as I already shown you, I will go directly to the Bombay Stock Exchange physically and trade. Once upon a time, 50-60 years back. After this, even 20-25 years back, after online trading platforms came, no one is physically going to NSE, no one is physically going to BSE to trade. This is called as a trading floor. This is called as a trading floor. Now I am transacting through the physical trading floor. I am transacting through the electronic trading floor. That electronic trading floor with which we are going to trade is called as additional trading floor. What for? Additional trading flow. The online interface which you are seeing on your laptop is called as a trading floor, but not a direct physical trading floor. It is called as an additional trading floor. That is what there in our syllabus. You should understand one important thing here. This is there in our syllabus. So just give me a minute. Okay. Please don't see the answer. First, keep your mind to the voice what I say. First, listen. Don't see the notes. Point 1. What I said now. Additional trading floor is a physical place or an electronic place. Electronic place. This is in the RSC. You are going to BSc and giving a buy quotation or online. Online. That means in the area of stock exchange, outside the area of what? Recognized stock exchange. That means I am starting an online website. To what extent I can believe you? I will open SBI Cap Securities. I will ask your client ID, I will ask your password, I will ask your credentials, and you will be entering into that. After entering into that, I may capture your internal details. I can capture your bank account details. I can be entering and intruding into your bank accounts. I can make a cyber crime. Who knows? Therefore, to establish any kind of online trading platform called as an additional trading floor, SEBI approval is very much required. Now, everyone make a question. I will ask a question, answer yourself. Point 1. ATF, what is the full form? Additional trading floor. It is in the area of operation, outside the area. Outside the area. This is also called as a trading platform, trading ring, or trading area, which is operating in the area of RSC, outside the area of RSC. This is an electronic form or physical form? Electronic form. SBI Cap Securities website. ATF is a website, to be very clear on this. Okay. To establish that whose approval is required? SEBI approval. That means from the diagram itself, we learned one answer in our syllabus. Number 1, there is a buyer. Buyer gives which order? Buy order. Buyer gives buy order to whom? He is a stockbroker. Buyer's a stockbroker. Seller is there. Seller will give which order? Sell order. Sell order to whom? Seller's a stockbroker. Both these people will be there. These are electronic people or physical electronic. This electronic platforms where you go and trade is called as an additional trading flow. Now let us see what is the answer applicable for exam. Meaning of additional trading flow. Additional trading floor means a trading ring or a trading facility offered by an RSC outside its area. In the area means physical trading floor. Outside the area is electronic trading floor, also called as an additional trading floor. To enable investors to buy and sell. Now what transaction I said? A buyer is buying, seller is selling. To enable buy and sell outside the area of stock exchange. As simple as that. If you mug up the answers, what you will get? Continue with the flow. Definitely you will do better. So to establish this, whose prior permission is required? SEBI. Obviously prior permission of SEBI is required to establish, because after opening a website, after opening an online trading platform, you may intrude into my bank accounts and you may do a cyber crime. So therefore SEBI approval is required. As simple as that. One answer completed. So let's try to understand the other part. Now we completed the basics. At the basic level of understanding itself, we completed one answer in our syllabus called as additional trading flow. Now, buyer gives which order? Buy order. Buy order to whom? Stockbroker. Seller gives which order? Sell order. Sell order to whom? Their stockbroker. Both of these are physical, electronic, called as an additional trading flow. Completed. This is governed by section number 13A. Now listen to the issue. So listen carefully to the point now. Point number 2. I have given a buy order, sell order. To whom? Stockbroker 1, stockbroker 2. These two stockbrokers cannot do anything. They have to meet at a common place called as a stock exchange. In stock exchange, two things will happen. One is matching function. Second one is clearing function. Tell me, what is the first one? Matching function. Second one is a clearing function. Matching, clearing. What is matching? What is clearing? What is this dance step going on? Matching function means I am a buyer, you are a seller. In India, only one buyer, one seller will be there at any point of time, given point of time. There will be lakhs of people trading. Which person has to be linked to which person, who will look into? I will give one classic example to understand. I am playing online game called as 8 pool, billiards game. Okay, snookers or billiards, whatever you call. I am playing snookers online. Okay, I will be entering into as a guest. I will be clicking, I want to play with 5,000 coins. I clicked on 5,000 coins. Suddenly the computer system automatically links me with another person in Iran, Iraq, one person in Saudi, one person in Australia, one person in USA. How come the system is doing that? That's called as a matching function. I think everyone is understanding what I am telling now. After all, a gaming platform is doing that. I am not telling gaming is after all. It has nothing to do with the country's GDP. Okay, because you buy the coins. Okay, and that is all around 100 rupees, 500 rupees, 400 rupees. So after all, if a gaming platform can do that, a thing which will be standing up straight as India's economic identity, called as a stock exchange, couldn't it have a better computer software which can match the parties instantly? That's called as a 6 microseconds, what I said now. Technically, Bombay Stock Exchange, whenever you give any buy quotation, immediately buy quotation reaches the stockbroker, and immediately stockbroker. These two stockbrokers cannot directly transact. They will bring these to the common place called as a stock exchange. In stock exchange, there are two houses. There are two houses. One is called as a booking house or a trading house. Second one is a clearing house. First one is booking house. Second one is clearing house. First one is booking house. Second one is clearing house. That is what I said now. So to introduce this, I get to the diagram. So booking house and clearing house. There are two houses are there in the stock exchange. What is a booking house? What is a clearing house? Matching function will be done in the booking house. Which function? Matching function will be done. That means buyer matching with seller, seller matching with the counter buyer will be done, because at a one point of time on TCS share, lakhs of people will buy and sell. Which two people have to match together will be decided by the stock exchange on par. So now try to understand. Matching function will be done. Matching will be done at T day or T plus 1 day. I'm not telling settlement will be done in T plus 1. Settlement may be done in T plus 2. So matching function will be done immediately or in T plus 1 day. Okay. So what point I want to tell? Whenever you want to transact, that transaction will be done through stockbrokers. These two stockbrokers will meet at a place called as a stock exchange. In that, matching function will be done. Buyer will be linked to a seller. That house is called as a booking house. You should understand very clearly, buyer stockbroker cannot directly meet seller stockbroker. Okay, and buyer cannot directly meet seller. Even the stockbroker don't know who is the seller. Automatic matching will be done. If automatic matching is not done, certain kirikiri will happen again in India. So therefore, matching has nothing to do. No one can influence. It is an independent activity done by the computer software itself. Can you influence the players in a game? I am a gamer in India. Okay, there is another person in Kuwait. Both the gamers will be linked together now. Do you have any command over that? No. Automatically system will link you. That matching function will be done also on the stock exchange. If a normal gaming software can link you in 10 seconds, this will be doing that in 6 microseconds itself. Linking will be done. Okay. So stockbroker will be giving a taking a sell order and buy order, and they will enter into the stock exchange. In stock exchange, there will be a booking house. In that booking house, matching function will be done. Matching function completed. Once a matching function is completed, one buyer is attached to one seller. Now transaction is completed? No. Matching completed. When transaction will be completed? Transaction will be completed only when the clearing house sanctions the transaction. What is this clearing? Now after matching function, clearing function will start. Which function? Clearing function will start. What is this clearing function? Clearing function will be having two things to do with. One is settlement. Three things actually: settlement, delivery, and payment. What are the three things that will happen in a clearing house? Settlement, delivery, and a payment. What are the three? Settlement, delivery, and a payment. What is settlement, delivery, and a payment? Settlement means, see here, there is a function called as a clearing function. Clearing function will be done at a clearing house. At a clearing house. In India, there are no clearing houses actually. Clearing houses functions are transferred to clearing corporations. Please look at this. NSE clearing. What is this NSE clearing? Look at it. NSE clearing, the organization. NSE clearing, formerly known as NSE, National Securities Clearing Corporation Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of NSE, is responsible for clearing and settlement of all trades. Trade means a booking house. Trade happened, executed on NSE, executed. That means a matching completed. Deposit and collateral management and risk management function. Okay, all these things, remaining things, I just don't want to waste your time. Just you should understand. Practically, there is a concept called as a clearing corporation. Now, see here, limited is the word used. Limited means it's a company. It's a company. Clearing corporation. Many people listening to the video will get a doubt. Already they are having many doubts when they are listening to this video. Clearing house, clearing corporation. What is the difference? I thought both are same. Never both are same. Okay. In BSE, clearing house is there. In NSE also clearing house is there. But today both are not there. They are transferring all those powers to a clearing corporation. So, name itself is telling NSE clearing. This is a clearing corporation for whom? NSE. That means NSE will be doing only booking functions now. Okay, and NSE clearing will be doing the clearing function. Settlement, delivery, payment will be done at NSE clearing. Likewise, BSE. Many people think that BSE is having a clearing house. BSE also don't have a clearing house. Indian Clearing Corporation Limited. Okay, company profile. You can see this. Indian Clearing Corporation Limited, ICCL, was incorporated in 2007 as a wholly owned subsidiary of BSE Limited. At least now we should be awake. Okay, Le Mitrama. Okay, you should understand one very important point, that this particular BSE is also having a clearing corporation where clearing, see here, clearing, settlement, okay, and collateral management and risk management of various segments. All these things are same. Again, why I want to tell this is, yes, there is a concept called as clearing corporation. Now tell me, everyone listening, clearing house and clearing corporation both are same? No. Now we should understand the concept. Clearing house once upon a time does all the functions what clearing corporation is doing today. What clearing corporation would have done will be actually done by clearing houses. What is a clearing house? What is a clearing corporation doing today will be done by clearing houses. That means a stock exchange, if you take BSE, there are two important burdens on it: matching burden and clearing burden. Now, clearing burden is transferred to a third party, which is a 100% subsidiary of both the respective stock exchanges, called as a clearing corporation. Because of that, the stock exchange per se has become the world's fastest, because they are doing only matching today. Clearing is done by another entity. Now, let us understand what is a clearing in our notes. So, clearing. What is clearing? Now, tell me. Whenever you want to buy a share or sell a share, I want to buy a share. Now, listen properly. I want to buy a share. When I want to buy a share, I need to have shares in my demat account. I need to have money in my bank account. I need to have money in my bank account. Am I clear, everyone? So the main point that I want to tell is, whenever I want to buy a stock, what I require shares, I require cash. That means money in my bank account. I want to sell a share. Now when I want to sell a share, I need to have shares in my demat account, or I need to have money in the bank account. Shares in my demat account. Again I repeat. Buyer should have money to pay, seller should have shares to deliver. Who knows really whether the person who is giving a buy click is having money in his account? Who knows the person who gives a sell click will have shares in his demat account? That's called as settlement. Checking whether enough cash is there, checking whether enough shares are there, is called as a settlement function. So that settlement will be done by the clearing corporation. Once settlement is done, I have to make a delivery of shares. Who should be delivering the shares? Seller should deliver. To whom? Buyer. Buyer, what he should do? Pay. So payment. Khatam. So three things will be done by a clearing corporation: settlement, delivery, and payment for the securities. That's what I have done. S&D, settlement and delivery. S&D, settlement and delivery. Now, buyer will pay and receive shares. Seller will receive consideration and deliver the shares. Once the shares are delivered, they will be held in electronic form or physical form? Electronic form. that will be going to a demat account. One person's demat account will be credited, one person's demat account will be debited. This is how the stock exchange actually works. Hope everyone understand with clarity. So whatever I discussed today is just an introduction to the chapter called as a SCRA. Now, clearing corporation. Section 8A of our act defined clearing corporation. Just now I said the points. Tell me, what is a clearing house? Actually, what is a clearing corporation? Sorry, what is a clearing corporation? Clearing corporation is a firm or association or a BOI or a society company. NSE Clearing Limited, ICCL, Indian Clearing Corporation Limited. It's a company. Company incorporated under which act? Companies Act. Point number 1 completed. Point number 2. Clearing corporations would be doing what clearing houses would have done. Okay. Now tell me, BSE is having a clearing corporation with the name. BSE is having a clearing corporation with the name ICCL. And NSE is having a clearing corporation with the name NSE Clearing Limited. Now tell me, whose functions are transferred? BSE functions are transferred to whom? ICCL. And NSE functions are transferred to whom? NSE Limited. NSE Clearing Limited. Now tell me, what is BSE? It's a recognized stock exchange. What is NSE? It is a recognized stock exchange. The functions of NSE, it transferred to NSE Clearing Limited, BSE to ICCL Limited. To transfer their functions, powers and functions of a clearing house of recognized stock exchange to a clearing corporation, prior approval of SEBI is required. This is what's said in Section 18A, Clearing Corporation. So what is the purpose? A recognized stock exchange, BSE, NSE, may, optional, okay, with the prior approval of SEBI, with prior approval only issued. Transfer means transferring the duties and functions of a clearing house to a clearing corporation. Just now we have seen. Okay, and the clearing corporation is a company under which act? Companies Act. What is the purpose? Settlement, delivery, payment, and other incidental matters. And prepare a bylaws. Sanction. Whose sanction is required before you transfer? The SEBI, on being satisfied that it is in the interest of the trade and public interest, transfer the duties and functions of a clearing house to a clearing corporation, grant a permission. Okay, provisions of SCRA will apply. As simple as that. Now, did you recognize you have got certain knowledge today which we didn't mug up? This is called as a conceptual clarity. Why I am telling it is not a boasting about the way of teaching, but why I am telling all these things is understand the background properly. Whether it is a revision session or a normal session, it doesn't make any difference once you have a zero background clarity. Okay. So this is what I want to tell in our day 1 of our SCRA chapter. Hope everyone understand whatever I said today. So this is a diagrammatic representation, and this is the whole idea behind how the stock exchanges works. In the tomorrow's session, we'll be discussing about the definitions and very important points for the exams. Okay, but before that, some online points I want to tell. This is NSE Clearing website, where you have seen already, and history and milestones of the Bombay Stock Exchange. Just now I said na events. So it was established in 1875. Okay, 143 years historic stock exchange in India. Okay, these are various events that happened. These events only I summarized previously. Okay, 1980s, July 9th, 1875, Native Share and Stockbrokers Association. 2nd February 1921, Clearing House. I said na. So these are all taken from here. Okay. 1995 March 14th, BSE online trading Bolt system was introduced in India. Okay. Next, Bolt various situations here, and stockbrokers in India. The list of stockbrokers: Zerodha, over advertising. So Zerodha, Angel Broking, IIFL, all the names. Now you might also get it out. Sir, who is a sub-broker? Franchises of stockbrokers is called as a sub-broker. So Angel Broking franchise, Sher Khan franchise, Motilal Oswal franchise, all these things. Next, about BSE. BSE once upon a time is called as a Native Share and Stockbrokers Association. Used to look like this. Okay. From starting under a banyan tree to becoming the fastest exchange in the world, BSE has crossed many milestones in its 143 years journey. I told a banyan tree. Banyan tree, it is not my creativity here. It was given in the official BSE website. Nothing is creative here. Whatever is created, we are recreating. Okay, whenever you are seeing some research, we are not doing that research. Actually, it is given in the website itself. You don't have a time to search, we are searching that. That's all. That's the main idea behind. So anyway, one thing you need to understand. This has become the world's fastest stock exchange. You need to understand this. See here, established in 1875, BSE, formerly known as the Bombay Stock Exchange, is Asia's first stock exchange and the fastest stock exchange in the world with a speed of 6 microseconds. Again, this is not my creativity. No Katraj here. Everything is there on the website directly updated by the Bombay Stock Exchange itself. Okay. Next, ICCL is the clearing corporation for BSE and Indian Sensex. If you have seen, due to my love towards the financial management subject, I couldn't extend discussion beyond our reasonable certainty where the law permit. I cannot go beyond, but I can tell one thing. If you observe the Sensex, how it is moving, the candlesticks are not given here actually. Okay, if you can see how the Sensex is moving in the time, over a period of time, do you know, it was just 5,000 points in 1990. 1992, 93, 94 time, it was just running at 5,000 points. Suddenly it has made a clear push to the above side. So if you can see here, 36,000 points now. Here it was around 39,000. So it has went up to 41,000, and Corona has totally disrupted the total economic strength of world market. Especially the stock markets have come down dramatically because of this Corona effect, and it was now trading at a very low amount. So anyway, one thing to understand, it was now trading all about 25,000. 24th March it was at 26,000. Now it was at 31,000 actually. Okay, so why I want to tell all these things is, whatever we are seeing here today are just applicable for our examinations, but in a different way. This is the session for today. In the tomorrow's session, we'll be discussing about the main important definitions for the exam. So here is the preamble for SCRA. Here is the short title commencement, non-applicability of the act, definitions of security, what is a contract, what is a demutualization, what is corporatization, effects of demutualization, corporatization, what is a stock exchange, what is a recognized stock exchange, all these things. And after that, beyond, we will be going into many other concepts as well. Okay, looking forward for a better tomorrow, and tomorrow we will meet and discuss about the various definitions that are applicable for our examinations. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good night.